Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Celtic Rumours TV, episode number 160, the Bawz and Bovril podcast with myself, Mark. Tonight I've got Big Jerry with us. Evening, Jerry.
Evening, Mark. Hello, everyone.
Terence is actually on Boston, so Terence will only be joining us tonight. I'll fire out the link into the chat and see if anybody else wants to come on once we get fired up. Start off with shout outs for some of the lads for the forum and that. We've got Paul with his operation Friday, complete success meant to be, and he's get back home on Saturday, and hopefully everything's going to be all right for him going forward. Old Tim Alloy's back out the hospital. He's in a lot of pain, but he's at least home. Richie, I've not heard from Richie for a wee while. A Glasgow Green, he's keeping a bit better too. Some shout outs to Malika, Welshie, Mikey as well. Glasgow Green, I mentioned Tim, to see who we've got in the chat. Oh, and for forum, I keep forgetting to do all this in an order. My forum is www.celticrumours.co.uk, and the link to that's in the description box below, and we're linked to the link to the forum, our Discord and everything like that, so everybody's more than welcome to come on the forum. Who have we got tonight? John Coyle, nice to see you. John Plunge McNugget, nice to see you again, mate. Evening, Grot Bags, happy anniversary, hen. Nightmare, good to see you, bud. Brian, nice to see you as well, mate. Aidan, saw somebody running down the street with a cape on and shouted at you dressed as a superhero and said, "No, I've just bumped the barbers." For God's sake. You've even got me flustered. I'm repeating names there. Bobby, I don't know if I said you there, mate. Chris Curtis, nice to see you. San Francisco, hail, brother. Thanks very much for coming in. Bobby saying as well as minded, smash the like buttons too. Wizard, I wish you. John Coyle, Bobby 1962. Henky, there's Henky in as well. Thanks very much for coming in. Everybody that comes in, really appreciate it. And the numbers we're getting as well, it's just crazy. Really, we never thought we'd end up with getting over 600 views and stuff like that on podcasts. So we really appreciate everybody that comes into the live chats and everybody that listens back, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, or whatever. Thanks very much for all the support for everybody. We've been a wee bit better mood today then, chaps. Evening, Sean, nice to see you, mate. Sean McCluskey, nice to see you, pal. We're in a bit better mood then after the day's result.
I certainly am. You know, it was a lot more positive. And instead of one decent half and one terrible half, we had two good halves. I thought we were in control of the game and played well. And I think they've always been using our groundsmen as well for their pitch. So no, good result. A lot of people were holding their breath, waiting to see what kind of performance and what team he was going to put out. But for the minute he put out that kind of new lineup and played with the two of them, I think everybody was a lot more happier and looking forward to the game. But no, we were in complete control, mate, and everybody played well, including your man Bernaby, who I've been slating. So brilliant! I'm over the moon.
I mean, it wasn't a great performance, and St Mirren did have a couple of chances. That big goal gets hit the bar and stuff like that, but it was still a lot better than we've been watching the last couple of weeks.
Exactly, mate. A lot more positive. So we've got to be happy with that. I say we've been performances haven't been that good of late, but the pitch, St Mirren and everything. I'm over the moon. I agree it wasn't a fantastic performance, but no, they done well, ground out a result, and we could have had more. Could have had a couple of more. They could have had a couple as well, but no, we done well.
I mean, even when you look at it, we're saying that St Mirren had a couple of chances, and it's still a kind of makeshift defence we were playing with.
Exactly.
And there people are saying even Joe Hart. I thought Joe Hart had a good game as well today whenever he was called on.
Last few weeks he's done well. Last 2 or 3 weeks he's made important saves at crucial times in the game. So even Bernaby, he's just getting forward. But the only thing with Bernaby is his positional sense. It leaves the rest of the defence wide open, and especially if they've got somebody up front with a bit of pace, it's problematic. But all in all, I'm happy. Todd McGregor looked even better today. Playing in the midfield, more in control, and we were getting the ball down and trying to get it forward a lot quicker, rather than we're still at times the silly pass about at the back, but we're a wee bit more direct today. which suited us, and it's. I think that contributed to us dominating the game a bit more, a bit easier than we have been of late.
It's like what we spoke about the other night. We were talking about it. It was as if we were using our centre backs as a playmaker, but again the day it was more they were letting McGregor pull the strings. And you can see the difference in it.
I think rather than the two of them passing it to each other, they were looking to try and get the ball forward into the one of the midfielders a lot earlier than they have been. So that was good. Bernabe, some of his balls forward are really good. And he's always kind of comfortable running with the ball. But as I say, it's positional sense is rotten. Ralston, I thought the two full-backs done well. Ralston done well today as well. A bit better from Palmer. So, no, right throughout the team. The big man up front, he's a worker. He works hard, but he had a few chances today. Made himself a bit of space and it was unlucky. But I'm happy with the result, mate. We're into the next round and hopefully we just kick on in the league now and just power away.
Well, I mean, in the cup, that's the main thing, getting through. You know what I mean? That's didn't matter even if we had a big rubbish performance. As long as you're in the next round of the cup and we go there and we say that there's signs there that there could be maybe a bit of change in the way the team's going, maybe even approaching it themselves as players. Because as you said, there was a lot more urgency in chasing the ball down and running the other opposition down, and that's what's been missing really for the last couple of weeks, isn't it?
But there had to be. We couldn't just carry on in the same way we were going. But it was getting worse and worse and worse each week. There had to be an up in the performance and a wee tweak to change what we've been doing because it hasn't been working. So I was a lot more happier when I seen the team and they thought they were good. We were going to line up. So I think that kind of was a catalyst. Rodgers has obviously had a word with them and try to tweak the way we're wanting to play. But as you say, it's the result that counts more than performance. But you always want to try and get a good performance because as much as we've been rotten the last few weeks, and I think we called it wrong about Rodgers changing his formation. I know I said it, he was going to do it, but I think you said, Mark, there was no chance he was going to do it, that right?
Not a 3-5-2.
I'm only noising you up.
But
no, so we'll wait and see. As much as I was going to say, I think we're due to give a team a doing. See the way things have been going.
Aye.
I think we're due to give a team a doing, and I'm hoping that after that kind of positive performance and that shitty part of the day, and the way we're playing is set up, I'm hoping this is going to be the springboard for us to do a lot better in the league games. Get the result, but also the better performance.
Well, see, I put that on the Discord earlier on the day. I was saying maybe, you know what I mean, change your formation.
Yep.
Could be the kind of springboard for us to turn this season about and start getting a bit of confidence into this team. Because for me, I think it is some kind of lack of confidence or some, that kind of thing. It's like a mental thing with the players. Do you get what I mean, Jerry? It's no, I mean, as I've people before they're cracking a joke at whether I'm always 1,000,000% sure we'll win the league, but I'm not for the simple fact that we've got better players in them and we're just playing bad. We just need this, whatever's missing, we just need to find that and get that sorted and we'll be flying again. I mean, was it Brian that put up there? I mean, it's something like with the forum that we're in. I mean, we do some amount of moaning. We really do, considering we're sitting top of the league and stuff like that. But it's as the actual performances, if you're a fan. See, if you're an outsider looking in and you're seeing Celtic sitting at the top of the league, you're like, what are them fans all moaning about?
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? But
we've been spoiled.
That's another thing as well. I mean, it's like, imagine when you turned 10-year-old, when Rangers went into liquidation.
Aye.
Right? So you're sitting there now, you're sitting there at now 22, 20. I mean, that's the kind of year. I mean, I've always maintained when you're young, you go to the football and you get caught up in it and you see the ball going in the net and players that can take players won't catch your eye, but you don't really understand the game as such when you're that kind of age. But when you start pushing into like getting to like 12-year-old and then through your teens and into your early 20s, that's when you kind of start noticing what right backs do and what left backs do different for your strikers and stuff like that. You know,
Yep. Aye.
And it's just been, but all these Celtic fans have just had years of just constant domination.
Aye.
So
I
any wee
totally agree with you
hiccups,
there, mate.
any wee hiccup, anything wrong, it's just pure magnified, like a hell of a lot more.
Aye.
You know what I mean? We have been spoiled. Do you know what I mean? Especially the younger section of the fans in that.
I couldn't agree more. I've had the same kind of arguments in our group chat, seeing the supporters bus and that, and some of the when the games are going on, like the away games are going on, and you're getting some of the younger ones, you think, God, you are spoiled. You just don't know what it's like to be waking up to getting hammered every week and finishing fourth and fifth and all the rest of it, and them romping to leagues. You've been spoiled for success. So we have, especially since the turn of the century, with the teams and the players we've had, we've been spoiled. And I was top of the league, but they're used to. Like, I've had an argument with one of the young boys in our group chat. He was going on about, but we need to play the Celtic way. And I'm like, look, its results come first. You're wanting the results, and then you're hoping the better football comes second. Because you remember, I mean, the years of Tommy Burns, we played some of the best football we've ever played in donkeys, but we won nothing. Their names were on the cup. Do you mean we could dominate possession and play for 85% possession? Then the Rockets would go up the park, have one shot at goal and score. And I don't know how many times I was greeting in the house and all the rest of it. They want to walk past the Hundos the next day going to school. So, no, we've been spoiled. So we need to take the good with the bad. And we're not going to play brilliant every week. But if we can grind out the results. But I was trying not to laugh there. Brian was asking if I've been meditating, saying I'm positive tonight. I kept saying I was going to message him to go to the yoga and all the rest of it, the Pilates, see if I could eventually touch my knees. But no, mate, I think we've got to remain positive and upbeat, because, as Mark said, we have been spoiled with the results and the cups we've won over the last God knows how many years. So no, we need to realise that it's only a wee blip in form, and that we have got to put the better players and the better manager, despite what everybody's thinking. A lot of people are thinking. He's still a decent manager. So no, we'll be fine, mate. We'll win this league.
John, I agree with you. I do agree with what you're saying, mate, honestly, but what I'm meaning is, I know it's because we're spunked away a substantial lead and stuff like that, but we're still top of the league, and it's for me, it's no like it's no time to panic. I mean, we're only just starting into February. We're still top of the league. There's still a lot of football to be played, and as Jerry's saying, I've just said, for me, we've got the better players in that. I mean, we've had a right few bad few weeks, a couple of months there, whatever you want to call it. And we did spunk a good league, but you don't win leagues in December or January.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
We should have found out in previous years, mate.
Aye. I mean, we'd all love to be stuck like 10 points in front and all that kind of thing, but we're knowing that I think it's just one. There's no point for me. There's no point going on and on about it. The games are gone and done, and we're just hoping we can we turn the corner and show how good as a team we actually are, and get the point, get that gap built back up.
And we've never won.
Everybody's entitled to moan. I mean, I moan, Jerry moans, Terence, God damn, we know Terence moans, you know what I mean? Anybody comes on here and you're all entitled to moan, but maybe moan's the wrong word to use, John, but just, you're a bit down about the way the team's been playing and stuff like that. You're maybe no accuse people of moaning, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I hope that kind of explains where I'm coming from.
Aye. And we've yet to win this pre-season cup, mate, that folks keep winning, and we've done all right. But
the transfer window cup and that big Jabber, even Jabber, how you doing, bud?
Brian, it's definitely me, mate. Definitely me. I've started a diet and everything, so maybe you're seeing the effects of that, and I've got a happy pill. So hopefully it's that. And I agree with you, Plunge. Our problems have been kind of self-inflicted, mate. But I'm not going to keep harping on about. I'm going to try and not keep harping on about Lowell. and his boy. We can't do anything. That window's shut. We've just got to concentrate in our own team now and take each game as it comes. And come May, hopefully, we've got a couple of the league and the cup in the bag. But as I said, the league's our main priority. The cup's a bonus.
Jerry 2.0.
Aye. Reincarnated.
It was good. I know it's. I'm going to say it's good to see as well getting players back into the squad that have been away. But that O's miss was a poor game.
Aye.
I
mean, I think that's. I don't know if that's landed back at Parkhead. That was something I couldn't believe when it went out for a corner. Whatever they said at the flat, I was thinking, holy suffering! And they've took out the ice cream man. That I mean, Rosette. But it was even the bench was a lot stronger before the game started today. We're getting players back, and then as we said, that back four, we've not had the same back four. I don't know how many games in a row. Was it somebody said the same back four for 2 or 3 games in a row? Or 3 games in a row?
I seen Buzz saying something about that on the forum.
Yep. So you think of that throughout the season, and you're always saying that your defence and keeper are the most important parts. You don't want to chop and change them. So you think they started with Welsh, Ralston, Bernaby as our defence, and we came away with a good result. A tricky St Mirren are playing well. They've been a bogey team the last couple of seasons, and then that pitch was abysmal. So all in all, we can't be too downbeat. 2-0 is a good result against them.
Because they've been playing well. They've been a good run of form in that as well.
They worked hard.
Even Strangelove, Dr. Strangelove, thanks very much for coming in again, mate.
They knocked the ball about well and they worked hard. They've got the big boys up front, which could have put our two under a bit of pressure. But it was a good performance, mate. It wasn't fantastic, but it's a big step in the right direction. So there's not much you can't be happy about. As I say, that pitch isn't ideal for the way we want to try and play. We would want to try and get the ball down and knock it about and get it forward quick. I know
Celtic Park pitch isn't exactly the best for the kind of football we're trying to play.
It's not been right for years.
That was a game but that St Mirren one, I mean, we've spoke about like even go to Motherwell, places like that, and they've got a cracking pitch and stuff like that. And who was it we played away and on? We were talking about how good their pitch looked. There was another team as well. But
Livingston.
Kilmarnock it was. They hoovered the carpet.
I can't remember. Somebody else said wasn't it Dundee? It was Motherwell and somebody else. But we'll need to switch, see if we can transfer their ground staff to ours.
That was really poor today. Again, Celtic they just need their Bobby saying it's Bobby 1962 saying Dundee it was as well.
Good guess.
We just need to. That's what they need to get that sorted for next season.
It's not been right since Rodgers got it ripped up. Was it 2018 or 19? It was this Deso thing, then it took in a disease and all the rest of it. It's shambolic, mate. It was they brought all that. It was the turf was growing all that in Holland, and they brought it over here, and then it got it was all brown. It got a disease and all the rest of it. I can't say too much because I know she's related to one of the groundsmen at Parkhead, but God knows what he does. They must sit about playing cards all day because they don't bother with that pitch. That's for sure.
For the money that we've spent on it, it's atrocious.
Yep, definitely. We can't. You look at them down south and all their parts are like Bowling Green, and you think, right, maybe it's the money they're spending, but then you look at the pitch, Dundee's pitch, Motherwell's pitch. If they can have first class pitches, then we should be able to as well. But that's Lowell's fault, mate. It's all down to him and his boy. See if they weren't there, that pitch would have been all right.
It was Peter Lowell that diseased it.
He diseased it, walked across. It was his fault. His boy signed the groundsman and all. He brought them for the City group, so it was his fault.
But
his
it
fault.
is definitely something that needs to be addressed for a club again that's hopefully going to be in the Champions League and stuff like that next season.
Aye.
And I mean, you can't even blame it in the bad weather, because it didn't even look that good earlier on this season.
Nah, it's not been the greatest for the last few seasons. But we'll get it sorted. We'll hopefully get it sorted.
We should definitely constantly be bringing up the Lulls all night.
Poor John, man. I hope he's all right. He's obviously smashed up the computer, the phone, and everything else.
Just sitting in a dark room on a rocking chair, just rocking back and forward, saying "Fuck Peter Lowe."
That's exactly. He'll probably not even know the score of the day, so we'll need to wait and see what happens. Did you ever used to watch Alan Partridge on the telly? Aye, now and then, but now it's all Disney Channel stuff I get to see, mate. If it's not on the Disney Channel, I don't get to see anything.
The one that the boy goes back to the house with the guys, and the guys tied him up in the room, and then puts a light on, and the room's just all pictures of Alan Partridge. He's a pure mad crazy stalker. JF Peel have like a room like that in his mansion. Mrs. JF Peel put him in there for an hour a day, and she'll go out to the other wing while he screams his heart out in that soundproof room with his Peter Lowe pictures in that. We voodoo dolls of Peter Lowe.
I don't blame him. But I say the window's shut. There's nothing we can do now. We just need to get behind the troops and go for it and turn these monkeys over, put them back in their box, because I'm not wanting to listen to them any longer. So
that's a hard draw. They got in the cup, isn't it? Away to Hibs.
We'll wait and see. The draw was good to us. That's all that matters. It would have been nice to put them out now. But we'll just if we need to beat them in the final or the semis, and so be it. That's what we'll do. We'll be fine, mate. They're irrelevant. We'll just stick it to that. They're irrelevant. It's make up the numbers.
That's my attitude to them most of the time. You know what I mean? I'm not a Celtic fan, talk about them all the time. We just kind of have a bled and a laugh with them, but that's it. But I mean, there again, you're United 2-0.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? It's just.
I heard a couple of them comments saying that United actually came out and tried to play a bit of football. So fair play. Bruni would have enjoyed the pelters they'd have no doubt took. So it would have been water off a duck's back to him. No often he went to Ibrox and get beat right enough, but it's fair play to him. Good on them. Tell me this. What about Bernaby's yellow card? What do you make of it?
Oh, that was a poor one.
Aye, at first.
I mean, he was fouled before that.
Aye, I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was worthy a yellow card. And then I thought, well, I thought he was down the foul before that happened.
Aye.
So no, I thought I thought he was unlucky with that one.
That's nonsense about the delayed offsides.
Man, you just took the words out my mouth. I was just about to say that.
Absolutely, Dane Man nothing.
Whose idea was that? How long did he play on the day before he put that? Gave the offside.
And as somebody said in the live chat, that some players going to end up getting injured through that.
Aye, they said it on the commentary as well, mate. It's guaranteed. It's about to happen. Somebody's got to get an injury or a head knock. I was going to say it's not even part of the play. I mean, I don't understand waiting for the play to develop. The guy's offside by a country mile. He's offside.
Aye, even if it ends up a goal, a penalty, or anything, it doesn't make any difference because the guy's offside. So get it flagged up right away.
Mm-hmm.
Evening, John Fitzsimmons. Thanks very much for coming in again, mate. Nice to see you, bud.
San Francel, seeing Bruni call him out. I heard that there was something to do with a penalty, and Bruni saying that they were never going to get it, or a sending notice. I can't remember. It was definitely something anyway. But I don't know what it was. I never seen the game. I just seen the result.
I watched any. I looked it up. I was expecting them to be winning about 4-0, and it was only 1-0. And I thought, surely no. And then the next Cantwell came up. It flashed up that Cantwell had scored.
Aye, I had. I can't remember what I was doing yesterday, but I seen it was one. Oh, hey, you're never going to believe it, man. I made a curry last night. Man, everybody in my house is knows me as astonished. That's what I was doing. It took me hours. But it turned out all right. Nobody was sick this morning. So, normally I burn the water trying to make boiled eggs. So this was what an achievement this was, man.
What kind of curry?
It was only a chasney, but I made chicken pakora and all the rest of it. So,
Oh,
aye, it started about 10 to 2, man, and it was like I never put it out to about time back at about 7 o'clock. But this was, it was good. She had to step in at one point to bail us out, but at least said about that the bear. But no, it turned out tremendous. So I can't be eating too much name. I won't be able to tell I think I pipped on a baked potato and a salad to that PT boy that I'm with. So I hope he doesn't listen to this, man. I'll be getting points off.
I don't think curries know that. I don't think curries are that unhealthy, are they? If you're making them look, if you're making them
that, mate, I'll be going for a kebab in the morning. No,
if you're making them yourself, they're no fully. Do you know what I mean? You're no fully all the mad additives and stuff like that.
No, I followed out a recipe off one of these cookbooks, man. That was tremendous, honestly. The Curry King will be getting called shortly.
Jerry Master Chef, somebody says, just do you do carryouts? They're come dine with me. Celtic Rumours come dine with me.
I end up like JFP tied up in a room with that.
me, you, big jabber.
Aye, that'd be some trio. Big jabbers like myself. We're fond of a courier 10.
He's some man, isn't he?
Aye, a good lad. See you were talking about that. Somebody was going on about Man City. I heard them saying that Pep was going on about it. But who actually thought up this rule and thought, aye, this is the right thing to do?
Probably there's a panel with refs at that. The big Italian boys, he's in charge of them. Aye, and it's him. I'm sure it's him that's in charge of like the FIFA people that come up with all these daft rule changes and stuff like that.
See a couple of times, man. See that stupid linesman when he stands in front of the boy before he takes the corner and all the rest of it. You want to volley him, say, "Go the way, man. Stop trying to make yourself relevant." There's no point in it. But that's one of the most bizarre things I've seen with this delayed. Because I've yet to hear anybody saying it's a good idea or see anything beneficial come from it. It just makes no sense to me whatsoever at all. So we'll wait and see. No, it pissed me off on all the day. The one thing, see that dive with Palmer.
That's embarrassing. That.
Aye. See, I don't. Obviously, if you get a touch in the box, you're going to tell somebody to get down. No, like the Martin Ball one where he brushes it. But see, doing something like that, man. I hope he get his stones toed at half time and tell, look, it's pointless, especially when I've got VAR. You're just leaving yourself open for a booking. And then if people think you're a cheat, it's got to be in the ref's mind the next time somebody goes down or you're playing a game and you go down in the box, they're going to wave it away. But it's pointless with VAR doing something like that.
It's embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? You see, I spoke about it, and a lot of people don't like to see Celtic players doing stuff like that. I don't like to see them doing stuff like that.
No, but I'm the same.
I still would like Celtic players to be a wee bit cuter when it comes to stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Just says if your jersey gets pulled, get down, but don't get down as if you've been just hot with an H. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's it, man. He looks as if somebody had sniped them.
There's San Fran saying it anticipated the contact.
Aye, fuck, I've heard that shite, man. How do you anticipate contact begin down?
No, but that's what they do. They think they're going to get hot, so they get down too early, kind of thing, and make an arse yet.
Nah, I've never understood that, anticipating contact. If you're anticipating the contact, you're if somebody's coming in for a tackle, you're maybe brace yourself ready to get out the way.
Look at the penalties the Huns get. Do you know what I mean? They know that there's somebody coming in to tackle them, so they're getting down because they think the tackle's coming. Do you get what I mean? That's what it is. They think the tackle's coming, so it makes them look. So that's if the tackle comes and they're getting down, it looks as if it's a tackle that's brought them down.
Mm-hmm. Aye, nah, I don't know. It's I'm all for if a attacking player gets touched in the box and all that, there's contact, your jersey pulled, get down. But see, like this blatant, just try to con them or whatever, I think it's scandalous. And I'm glad they get booked because I'd have booked at his stones and said, look, that's not the way we're wanting to play. And it's no right at all, because if we had been cheated that way ourselves, we would have been uproar. So no, you're not wanting to be cheating to do that. So that was a sour point, Brian. I'll moan about that.
Plunchini should have been hooked out soon after his dive.
Nah, he was a bit more positive today. As I say, our whole team were better today. For Big Joe right through, Ida had it quiet, and I was half expecting him to get hooked. Bernardo, thought he was unlucky to miss out. I noticed that.
I think that was just mere. I think that was just mere down to this kind of tactical change, but wasn't it?
Aye,
that Bernardo missed out. And I thought O'Reilly was quiet today, wasn't he?
Aye, he's off the boil a bit, but as I say, they work hard. He's always for me. Bernardo's been a better one out of three the last few games. Out of O'Reilly, McGregor, and himself, I thought he's been a better out of the three. So he was a wee bit unlucky to miss out, but as I say, it was just a change of formation and tactics, and it was good to even say about Maida. His running was fantastic, but as I say, see if he could cross the ball, man, he wouldn't be with us. It's just his final ball at times can be horrific, and his celebration was fantastic too.
Aye, but I'm surprised he didn't get booked for
that. What, his celebration?
Aye,
running into the fans.
He probably was waiting to see if VAR was going to bar it off. I'm not wasting energy celebrating that to find out if it stands. Evening, Kev. Nice to see you, bud.
Half the time when the ball's in, you're still waiting for them to flag it up or review it, and that takes far too long and all.
Oh,
I don't know what it is. They must be letting play progress before they decide what's happening when they're doing that. They check it for every angle. But I don't know if we Kyogo, when he lumped that boy into the VAR TV, if he broke it or what.
But see the thing about it with the VAR, and I've said this as well all along.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he need to stand on the park, right? And it's like the referee's standing there posing. Why did you need to hold his earpiece? Did you get what I mean? They go for this pose and they hold their earpiece as if they can't hear just normal without doing that. And they'll stand there and the heat goes, and then they'll stand there for maybe 3 or 4 minutes. And then the ref goes out of the screen. No, but then he goes out of the screen. See if there's any question in that. The ref should be like 10, 20 seconds. Look, you want to come out and have a look at this? Yep. That should be hit.
Aye.
And do you know what I mean? They shouldn't be standing there for 2 and 3 minutes on the park and then aware to look at it, and there's another 2 minutes and stuff like that. It's an absolute nonsense, that.
Aye, it takes way too long.
Fishing Stevie was a new name the other night. Thanks very much for coming in, mate. Cheers for joining us, bud.
Aye. He's right. Stevie's right. Say that Kyogo needs somebody coming up front to make more space for him, but there was more space throughout. Kyogo was coming. I said to you at half time, his first touch was honking. Kyogo's first touch was honking today. Took his goal brilliant. It was well worked, very well worked goal. We get the ball. That's what happens. You get the ball down, get it fast, forward fast and quick. And he held his run fantastic. And it was a great ball for Palmer to pick him out. But his first touch was shit. But Kyogo had a lot more space today with the big man's running up front. And that's another thing. See, you're talking about when you used to go to games and all the rest of it, and it's when you're younger, it was always the attacking players, the flair players, it stood out in your mind, but you never actually noticed. See, like a Lennon type, you get about the park, breaking things up and doing all the dirty work.
Aye.
The players go unmissed. And players that do a lot of running and put a lot of work in, sometimes you don't notice them. But if you get a big boy like Ida up front, doing a lot of running, you're creating space for others. So it's a lot better to play. But I don't know if...
but that's Kyogo's...
somebody that's going to score 20, 30 goals a season, that big boy.
No, but that's the type that he's going to... What we're saying there, Idol pull about the defenders and make space for Kyogo. And we know that's Kyogo's forte, running into space, finding the space and running into it.
Definitely.
People feeding their way through Bawz that he likes and stuff like that.
Aye, no taking too many touches in and around the box, just having a pop. But no, I was happy today. JFP burner account.
Bobby, why do we play Maeda as a winger when he's a striker for Japan? Well, it's like, why do we play Kyogo as a striker? He was a left winger when he was there in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just the way, it's the tactics that Japanese manager uses, isn't it? Does he know, I'm sure I read up before that, and he plays that kind of false nine system.
Yep. I think, remember when Maeda first came over, we went right through the kind of stats where he because I think at first we all thought he was going to be playing in the left, but it wasn't until somebody said, no, if you actually look, he's played a lot more times on the right-hand side for his last team than he has anywhere else. So it's good that we can have him right across the front three, but for me, I wouldn't be putting him through the middle. I'd prefer him out in the wings. He's as I say, when he's on the wings, he's always, him and Taylor have got a good relationship when he's playing on the left. But as I say, I think Palma and Maeda, they've done well today on their left and right hand side. So all in all, happy boy.
I wouldn't like to see Maeda playing as a striker for us.
No, he's not. He's not for me, mate. Not for me. And he's not clinical. You've seen some of his crossing. Never mind some of his shooting. I know he's scored a few for us today, but he's missed a right few good sitters and all. Well, so's other strikers, but nah, I prefer him out wide, definitely.
I mean, I've said it before. For me, Maeda isn't the best footballer we've got at Celtic. Very far off it, but his energy and that he brings to the team. Somebody put it in the chat just further up a bit. He's a type of player you don't notice till you're missing him.
Exactly.
See the energy he brings, and he's chasing the ball down and hassling the opposition players and all that. The guy's energy levels is unbelievable.
Aye. You would always have somebody that's a hard worker in your team, mate, over it now. I mean, it's you can never fault the guy's effort and work rate, and you 100% correct. You notice him when he's not there. See, we went down to the 10 men against the Ox, and if we never had his running, we'd done a whole different game. He made up for us going down to the 10 men with his work rate and his application. So no, it's fantastic. And as I said,
he keeps that Tavernier pinned back as well when we're playing men.
You've got to take the good with the bad. If he was a finished article, he wouldn't be playing for us. So, his crossing can be horrendous at times and woeful. And some of the shots and efforts he's had, that you think, what the hell's that? But he works hard, and he never lets you down that way. You can always guarantee you're going to get a full shift out of him.
But a lot of the kind of as a lot of the kind of basic stuff he doesn't do too well.
Aye, okay, that's it. I mean, at times you don't think you could trap a bag of wet cement. But no, he's fine. He's all right. He took his goal well. He works hard, and we've missed him. And thank God he's back. And as you say, that's Yang and Oback. Yang came on and was positive. Oh, yeah. That sort of miss. He's another willing worker, but we're getting players back, and hopefully, I think Vickers and Taylor aren't too far away. So it's a good. The squad's coming together. Hatate, God knows how long he's going to be out for another couple of months, is it?
I think it's going to be a while anyway.
Aye, so the squad's
Taylor
together.
could be fit. Well, Taylor, I think he's going to be fit for the weekend. Whether he starts or no, we don't know. But Taylor will be in the squad, I think, for Kilmarnock we're playing next week, innit?
Yep. Aye. So
that gets it all back as well. That gets, you know what I mean? We're getting our better players back. We're hopefully in the next, apart from maybe Hatate, hopefully over the next even couple of weeks we'll have a full squad to pick for.
Yep. Definitely.
A Wata on the bench today and stuff like that as well. Do you know what I mean? That's for me, that's a plus. Because I quite like a Wata. I'd like to see him getting a bit of run in the team. And there, Jerry bolted and left me flying solo again. I'd like to see a Wata getting a bit of run in the team. I mean, I think maybe the day was maybe a bit too soon for him. Evening, Chill Paul. Thanks very much for coming in, bud. Nice to see you. Jerry, come on, pal. What's happening, mate? Oh, and he's just totally went off. If it was talking about a Wata, I think maybe this would have been an ideal game for him. We maybe went with the three midfielders to start. There he's there.
I could hear you. I was still there.
Oh, something went wrong there then.
No, I could still. I heard you talking about Awata coming back and all the rest. You'd like to see him get a run. I was the same. See, last season, I said every time he came on, he never let us down. I thought he looked a right tidy player. He got the ball down, made tackles, kept it simple, moved it on. And I thought maybe this season we get a lot more game time. But as I said, our bench is getting a lot stronger. So hopefully we get to utilise the squad a lot more. And I don't know if Burnaby can sort his positional sense, then I don't know. Do you think when he was a couple of weeks ago, man, I'd have drove him back to Argentina, no bother. But he's decent. He's got an eye for a pass. He's still
rough around the edges.
Aye.
But is it a case of Burnaby, but that it just needs more game time?
Do you know? I was thinking that today during the game. I was wondering, I said maybe there is a player in him. He just needs more game time because Taylor's another one you kind of notice when he's not playing that he does, although he's limited, he still does work hard and puts a shift in. But I don't know. I think Burnaby's had enough of a chances. But you think of some of the balls he's put in and some of the crosses, you think there is a player in there. But I just don't know. Some of the games he's played, I'm thinking, oh my God, have you played football before? And then you look back to the game he got brought on when he put that ball into the box that only he could have done for, was it Big GG to score? Remember the last?
Aye.
What a wonderful cross. There, as I say, some of his passing, he's got a right good eye for a pass. It's when he's playing, he leaves the defence exposed because he's way far too forward and infield. But we'll wait and see. It's a nice problem to have, but we're glad that Taylor's coming back to full fitness near enough.
And even if Burnaby is going to be moved on in the summer,
aye,
he's playing a bit better to kind of get himself a move.
Aye, definitely. Aye.
Why don't we put him on loan next season?
What age is he?
Burnaby's
24, 23. I don't know, would he go out on loan? It would need to be a team up here.
23 years.
Aye, I don't know if he would go out on loan at that age, if he'd want to go out on loan. If he was going out on loan, I wouldn't be putting him, and we were thinking about keeping him long term. You've got to put him out on loan to a team up here. I don't know, whoever, Aberdeen, we've done all right there, Hibs, Hearts, whoever it is.
Even Dundee will be looking for a left back when the wee boy for Liverpool goes back to them in the summer.
Yep, aye. Do you think there's much chance of us getting going for that boy back? Would you be happy if he was the boy we were going for?
I don't know. I mean, we saw him, he had a good game against Celtic and stuff like that, and he's playing well with Dundee, but is that what we're aiming for? Do you get what I mean? Is that?
I know, but I know that he's no Dundee player as such. And we've overlooked players in our league before, and I think he's quite hard. I think he went up against Maeda, who's got bags of pace and quite a kind of strong player, and he handled him really well. And I think that's where a lot of people would have been judging him from. He was able to match him for pace. We'll wait to see. I don't know. I've not seen massive amounts of the boy.
Well, even what we have seen him, we're talking about trying to improve the team for the Champions League next season. Is he a step up in Greg Taylor?
I'm going to say no, but he has the potential.
Aye.
He's only a young boy, but he has. As I said, I'm not good. This is a difficult one. Burnaby's he's not a terrible football player. He's comfortable with the ball. At times he makes a lot of stupid decisions. He's comfortable on the ball, He's good with the ball at his feet. He doesn't mind trying to take the man on. But again, I think we seen him, was it a European game he played for us, and we were thinking, oh my God, man, you need to get him off pronto. It was dire. And I think we ended up putting Juranovic ended up playing left back before him. So I don't know.
I've not heard anything about that.
Talking about
they're meant to be looking at a Polish left back.
What about that boy Keller was in goals for Liverpool? How did he do? Did anybody see it?
Oh, I never seen it.
No, I did. I don't even know what Liverpool's score was, but I'd heard that that Keller was meant to be starting for Liverpool, so it was to see how he done.
They beat Burnley 3-1.
Did they? I wasn't sure Burnley would they go to offer it much yesterday, would they? So it was just to see how he done. Because a lot of folks seem to have known about this Keller, and I don't know how many of them have actually seen the boy play.
No, but it just seems to be everybody rates him and wants to sign him, but nobody's actually seen much of him playing. Anybody that has seen much of him playing says he's a bit miss. You think about him. You think about him. You're like, oh, he must be like, oh, he's only in his early 20s and stuff like that. But the guy's he's just turned 25 in November. Just I mean, he's not a young guy anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
It doesn't matter how much Liverpool rated you or whatever, but if you were that good, surely what some other big pub league team would have been like, get in for him mega money.
Mm-hmm. Aye, I don't. I've not seen him, so I can't comment. But if it was for me, I'd be looking at that gun. He's a bit older, a lot more experience, and he's done it at a higher level. He's done it. He's played international football and that as well. So I'd have preferred to go for that gun.
I'd be happy with
for any of them, but I'd have ideally went for him. And then I can't believe now that after Mikey saying that, like Fakovic, that we were supposedly looking at, he's like to be going again, and maybe Man U, was it?
It was one of the big teams, wasn't it?
I think it was Man United for 40-odd million after one season. So, it's ridiculous. But we'll wait and see.
Definitely missed the boat with that.
Aye. And then same as the Polish keeper, it's away is at Brentford or Brightford for 2 or 3 million. I think he'll be if they're going for him, I think he'll be a decent enough keeper. So we'll just need to wait and see what happens. So we're definitely going to need a goalkeeper in the summer because Big Joe, he'll be off ski, and then we'll need a left back to help us out for Europe, especially. We'll wait and see.
So Jake Bernard will be moved on in the summer then?
Aye, mate. Aye, I think he will. Aye, I think he will. I don't think he's. I just try and gauge these players. You can imagine him playing in Europe for us. Imagine him saying that Atletico Madrid game, playing for us. That goes for all the boys in the starting 11. Positional sense, I think he would have got us fried, absolutely fried. So I think he would get moved on in the summer. Do you not?
I think so.
Aye.
I just think that I think Greg Taylor's one of the players now that he's kind of in at the bricks with Celtic. He could be there the day he retires if he wants. Do you know what I mean? Whether that's a first choice or no, we don't know. Do you know what I mean? I doubt it. I doubt it long term, but
I
think Greg Taylor maybe even be happy in the next season of that, just to become like another kind of just squad player. To the same extent, I think if he did become, like, if he lost his place in our first team, I do think there would be teams that would come in for Taylor at a decent level too.
What's a decent level? Championship down there?
No, I would even say you're talking maybe even middle to bottom pub league. Probably you'd probably have admirers in Europe and that as well. Do you know what I mean? It just depends. I mean, it's like, I mean, if you're playing that inverted wingers role and you look at a video of Greg Taylor playing under Ange, he looks like one of the best guys in the world at doing that job. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, mate. Don't
No,
know,
I,
mate.
I think Taylor could get a move down. I mean, I'm not talking about one of the top teams, but I think he could get a move to a half decent team, no bother.
I don't know. He's definitely fine for his domestically. No bother about that there. He's I say a willing worker. He puts a shift in. He's no one of these ones that's going to overlap and give either man a whip balls into the box. But I don't know. I'm hoping to come the summer we're looking for a wee bit better.
But see if you're a kind of more defensive mate, if you're like a team that's more in your back foot, Taylor can do you a good job down there. You know what I mean? You're not going. I mean, I'm saying you're not going to Man United, Liverpool's not going to come in for Greg Taylor. But one of these kind of, I mean, I don't know, Luton, something like that. Do you know what I mean? One of these kind of smaller, kind of lower level teams. I think they would kind of see that Taylor. I mean, because Taylor, see all these stats driven times and all that. Taylor must show up well on them.
Aye. I dare say it does. But surely Henke, Liverpool are not wanting 27 million for that boy Keller. And he's hardly played a game.
There's the stories about the £20 million thing. See if you trace them back. It's just a daft blog.
Oh, is it?
Opinion piece that somebody's wrote about on one of the big Liverpool sites that's kind of caught onto that. But somebody says I know that Nottingham Forest bid 15 million for me to turn down. I don't know if that's
17 for Notts Forest.
Was it 17? But I mean, I don't know how they can justify that asking that kind of money.
Aye.
I mean, really,
different figures up earlier. Unreal. It justifies that amount of money for a backup keeper. That's hardly. I don't think how many games he's played. Has he played 30 games for Liverpool yet?
I don't even know, but it's no much at all.
No, we could be doing. We could end up
his age.
What's that, mate?
Just even. I mean, even down to his age.
He's even been out on loan?
He's played 35 games in his career. No, he's never went out on loan or nothing.
Says it all, man. Says it all. You'd have thought a keeper, any keeper worth their salt at his age would have at least been out on loan to get first team experience.
Aye.
And folk are wanting us to bid for him. They've hardly seen him. He's hardly been a first team player. And you're wanting him to come in and be our number one. Nah, no for me. I'd rather somebody that's been out and played a wee bit. You don't want him to be another Barkas freezing.
No, Gunn would definitely be a good choice, I think.
We could end up buying a couple of keepers this summer.
I think we'll need to.
Aye, so do I.
I mean, let's face it.
He'll be down the road. He'll be off ski completely.
Aye, let's face it. Bain's no use.
Bain.
I mean, what's going on with Segrist? The guy was no long ago. He was choking to get to Australia because he's bird, but she dumped him now, and he's no.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? It's just
crazy.
Well, she must have been because she was like a social media influencer or something like that.
A bit like yourself.
Aye. No nice looking as me. Come on, man.
I'll need to look her up and see if he's vulnerable.
But it was weird. It was weird that he was talking to go to Australia and stuff like that, and he was negotiating to get freed out his contract and all this part, and then he's still hanging about.
So she ditched him because he's still here, trapped like hot toddy.
It must have been something like that.
No, Bobby, I said Hart would be off ski, as in he'd be down the road, back to see his family.
I'll take that for a swap.
Aye. No, I think, as I say, we could be in for a couple of keepers and hopefully a left back and a striker.
Or maybe Toby will come back.
Oh, no, man. No chance. No, absolute no chance. He'll be up there with Connor Hazard and the rest of them. I say, remember, we're going through with 2 or 3 keepers at the one, Barkas, Hazard and Bain. You could have picked the 3 of them and you still don't like a decent keeper at them all. Although you'll tell me Barkas is ripping up in Holland.
Aye. I mean, don't get us wrong, he's probably one of the worst Celtic keepers I've seen.
Yep.
he wasn't a bad keeper when we signed him, and he's proved that for your left. It was just one of them moves that didn't work out with the COVID carry on and everything. Just pure bad luck.
Aye, I thought
nightmare. See that? See in the summer, that's what Celtic should have done. We keep going about it on here and that about Celtic splashing a bit of cash and wages. I know we can't compete with a team out in Saudi and that, but see when Big Musa was free in the summer, we should have at least made an offer to bring him back to Celtic.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? He was a free transfer. Who knows? He maybe have loved to come back, but it's back to the thing we spoke about it, even with like Shankill and stuff like that. If you don't ask the question, you'll never know the answer.
Yeah, no, definitely. That Saudi league looks as if it'll do, but China for its arse again. Benzema's wanting. There's a few of them wanting out, isn't there?
Aye, there are a load of them wanting out. That Jordan. In fact, he went to Ajax, didn't he?
Aye, he started.
That Jordan Henderson.
Yep, he's out.
Did Jota get a move?
No. As far as I know, no. I think they changed. I think he started getting back into the squad. Did he know? I might be wrong.
He was only registered. I'm sure. I thought he was only registered to play in kind of certain games.
I don't know. It's a joke. I mean, best of luck to him pumping that amount of money into it.
Even Thomas Burns, good name, mate. Nice to see you. Brendan will bring back Musa. Well, we brought back Brendan.
Musa, Jota, and Andy Robertson. Bobby's saying might as well throw in McTominay and all. Anybody else? But
James McLean.
Aye. Who's that boy? It's the free the now get bumped for his team in Germany for the Palestine stuff. What was his name again?
El Garzi or something like that, wasn't it?
Aye. Need to get him signed and all. Was it?
He's a decent player.
Aye, I know.
He would be worth a punt if we could get him in. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think that would cause too much.
I would drag all the politics into stuff and that. Because Celtic's only saying him because he's done that stuff.
Yep. What about was a bad in the squad today?
Just got to bring it up while we were talking about that.
Aye.
I heard John Coyle saying that Jota's still in Saudi. That's a weird tune as well, isn't it? After the, he's going to leave here a very, very, very rich man. I've said that before. It's
if he's getting these wages.
But the way he's been arguing it legally is that if they want short him, he wants all his money off them.
Aye, but look at Henderson wasn't paid any his wages when he was there. That 6 months he was there. That's how he got to Ajax for 9.
Well, I didn't know that, Jerry.
Aye, that's something like apparently never had his wages, or a lot of his wages, and they forego any transfer fee. And that's how he ended up at Ajax.
So that's just pure, and it's we spoke about is there something shady about it, but see the more it's going on, it's looking even more shadier and shadier, isn't it?
And then you wonder, you put up with that. I mean, Benzema, I can imagine him being a bad apple. You know his history's like, but he's wanting out and stormed out and no one to play for him and wanting away. So you wonder what's going on, if it's everything's as rosy.
About Nightmare. I had seen the Nightmare said that there was something about that Henderson. If he'd moved back to England, he would have owed tax on the wages. There was something about that, wasn't it? He would owe tax on the wages he'd got paid there. So that's how he went to go to like a European team. But it's not looking too good for the lad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, because I don't think he was injured.
No, it wasn't. Brendan Rodgers came out and said that his head wasn't it. His head, it's no right kind of thing. His head's not been in it, and
you can see that in performances.
And he says when he came on the other night or whatever it was played the other night, he says I could just tell it wasn't him, so I've given him a bit of time off to try and get his head together and see where it stands. He's after as well. I mean, it's like he'll be getting pressure from the other side.
Wages.
Aye, but if your family's getting on your back,
I can understand, mate.
Do you know what I mean?
I've said this before.
It's a hard one.
Aye, I know he's got to watch his family over there. Can you imagine what it would be like over there with everything that's been going on? with your family over there, and then that clown for the Israeli FA coming out and saying the shite that he did about Celtic, getting Celtic fined.
Aye.
And there's no doubt there's folk in his year. He's only a young man. I can imagine it. So I totally understand. However, Celtic could have been shot him in January, even if he put him out on loan elsewhere.
I've said, Jerry, I wouldn't have been surprised if it's been Celtic and Israeli team in January. Even maybe even a bit of an exaggerated transfer fee for a simple reason. The Israeli state funding this move to get him back on their soil kind of thing and that, because he's only a young lad. He's come out here to evening, Ant McKim. Thanks very much for coming in, mate. I mean, I keep saying that he's only a young guy, he's a boy basically compared to me, my age.
Yep.
And it must be tough for him just speaking to his mum and dad on the FaceTime, WhatsApp, or whatever it is you kind of using. But they're going through, and then all the stuff, as you said, with the national team, and got him even. It's a horrible situation for a young man to get put in through no fault he's in.
Chill, Paul, I'm the same as you. I loved Abada, and I used to, before all this shit kicked off, I used to say he was brilliant. I used to compare the way he's come over and applied himself and worked out in relation to the way Mikey Johnson was. With his work rate, games and goals and all the rest, I used to say like Abada was streets ahead. That's the benchmark for him. But he's in an impossible situation, mate. You're 100% correct, and it must be hard for him. It must be hard for him. So the sooner there's no the way I see it, there's no comeback for him. Abada, he needs to get sold in the summer.
I'd run a hunt podcast for 350 grand a week. No, but imagine going. I mean, I know they don't get paid probably monthly in fact, but imagine like going to the bank every month at the end of the month and you're going, oh, they're another £1.2 million in the bank.
I know, loose change, isn't it, mate?
But it's absolutely craziness, isn't it?
It's frightening. But my missus was talking to your middle boy the other day, growing about how much the footballers get when watching something. And she's like, how come they can get that and the doctors and surgeons are on peanuts compared to them? Why is a footballer like 200 or 300 grand a week and you've got surgeons and that and maybe only that in a year? It's wild how they get paid all that money, but fair play to them. It's up to them. If they can get it, good on them.
You can't blame the players for it.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, well, I mean, it's a bit iffy in that the Saudi situation and stuff like that. But it's like, if you're signing for, say, Man City, I know what I say, FFP stuff comes out right, but even forgetting all that, if you're signing for any team and they're offering you absolutely crazy money, it's just, if this is just coming for the club as such, you know what I mean? You're not doing any dodgy shenanigans like playing like Rangers with tax dodging stuff and that I'm talking about. If the club can afford to pay that, they're entitled to pay it. I keep talk about it quite often. I can't remember. There'll be guys listening to this that can't even mind it. All teletext on the telly that you used to come in from school or in for work. The first thing you done was look up teletext and Fitbit or something like that. 401
for a Fitbit.
And Roy Keane was got a new contract after Man United for 50 grand a week.
Aye.
And I couldn't believe it that anybody was going to get paid 50 grand a week for playing Fitbit.
Teletext was brilliant back in the day.
You know what I'm saying is at the time, but it's like the club Man United could afford to pay him that.
Aye. No, I know that's it, exactly. Exactly. Teletext was brilliant. I love teletext. Lonely Hearts and all the rest of it.
You were the 898 numbers.
We need a phone. There was another one, was it strange? I was laughing at.
Do you still get teletext? We were watching some the other night and actually asked Jack about that. Did you still get teletext?
I don't know, mate. I used to, before school and after school, you would check the teletext to see what was happening. I remember one of my pals told me, he says he heard Baggio was signed for Celtic, man. I think I was trying to dog school to get him to check teletext to see if it was true. Obviously, it wasn't any done us up like a kipper, but...
No, but that was it, what they done. It's like, see all these clickbait channels, clickbait things you get on the internet. You mind it would be like a Celtic page, and then as it went on to it, the next time was like an 0898 number, and it would have said like Baggio to Celtic with question marks.
That's it.
So exactly. Phone in 0898,
you're hold for half an hour.
About 20 minutes to your own hod.
Aye. No, I'll take your word for it, mate. I never dialed them, but I was laughing at Henke there saying NHS don't fund football. But the other one I was going to say, see, Strangelove, if Abada had the stones of the brains, he'd come out and back Palestinians' right to exist and condemn the Zionist criminals that run his country. It's like, mate, he can't come out and say anything. No, with his family, his mum, dad, brothers, sisters, whatever he's got over there. I can understand what you're saying, but he's got to think of them. It's all right for him over here, but it's his mum, dad, and his family.
And he's only a football player.
Aye, I know, but I couldn't imagine.
No, but I don't think it's his place to come out and he shouldn't even need to talk about it.
Aye.
You imagine how much the rats that the Scottish media and that's like and stuff like that. You can imagine the questions that boy would get asked if Celtic wheeled him out and say a press conference.
Aye. No, God, no. I know.
Do you know what I mean? It's not really. I mean, if he decided to take a stand against it, fair dues to him, but he shouldn't need to. He's only here to play football.
That's it.
Let the lad kind of concentrate on stuff like that.
Remember, politics and football don't go together, they say. What were they going to say? But the thing is, the good thing, Rodgers took him out for dinner and all that, and to check how he was, to see how he's seen. He'll have an understanding how he's getting on and what he's thinking and all the rest of it. So if he's pulled him out the squad, and there's no doubt he's not just pulled him out the squad, he would have a few chats with him to see where he's at and how he's doing. And I dare say, maybe Rodgers was hoping that he could get him back to playing at his best. Hope maybe after a few games he get the first one out the way, then that'll be easier and he'll be able to concentrate. And it's not happened.
See the fans were backing him.
Aye.
You know what I mean? But you get a good reception and stuff like that when he came on, and suppose there was people out there thinking, oh, he's going to get booed, probably choking. There's people out there probably choking for Celtic fans to show some kind of negative reaction to him.
Aye, of course, definitely. 100%.
We keep saying we're a club open we all.
Yeah.
Apart from the women's team.
Oh no, did
you see that the other day?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Was it the result? I thought you were going to say the result.
No, see when we were slagging off the women's stuff the other night. Good night, Brian. Thanks very much for coming in, mate. There was a boy in the comments, he started going about it, and I was just like, oh, forget. I'll not be listening to you then. I'm not going to argue back with you in the comment section of YouTube videos, so I just blocked the guy.
No. Would they have a Union Jackie's badge or something?
No. He was questioning whether we were Tims.
For the women's team?
But you should use our Tims. You should use our Tims or something like that. Me and Bobby were just like, right, whatever.
I mean, I don't. They're piggybacking off us for what? I would like to see how much money they make and how much money we fire out on them. It's, to me, it's I don't want to piss folk off, but this is my only my personal opinion. Everybody's entitled to theirs. I just don't understand what it brings to us. I really don't. I don't want to keep going about it. So it's just I don't get what they bring.
No, I'm the same.
See you later on, Brian. All the best, mate. Thank you. Sorry, Mark, what you saying?
The women's fit. I'm the same as you, Jerry. I just think it's. I'm not saying that Celtic shouldn't have a women's team, but I mean, and I've got nothing against women's football. It's not my cup of tea.
No, it's
I don't watch international football. it's not my cup of tea. I've not got any interest in it. I wouldn't say I'm a great
Snap.
Scotland supporter. I like to see Scotland doing well. I mean, everybody off, you're a Celtic supporter, you need to support the Republic. I'm not a name. I like to see the Republic doing well as well. And for some strange reason, I like to see Argentina doing well. I think that's for growing up watching Maradona and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
I'm the same as you, but I'm not really too fussed in Maradona, Argentina, to be honest. But
no, but I mean,
else, mate, I'm the 100%.
World Cups come on, and I couldn't. I mean, I think I watch the final. But very rarely, I'll sit and say, "Oh, we'll put this football on." I mean, the Euros is coming up. Plus Scotland's in it, depending on the times of kickoffs and stuff like that. I'll probably watch it, and maybe because we'll need to find content for podcasts, I'll need to watch it. But that's the only reason that I would watch international football. I've not got any great interest at all. And the women's football for me, if you're in, I mean, I've got one of my best pals. She plays for the Aki's women's team, right?
Yep.
But she's been with him for years before it was this kind of every team had this women's football and it was getting rammed down their throats and stuff like that. But so if you want to the women's team, have it, but there's no way that it should be getting promoted to the same extent as the men's football, even taking out certain aspects of the men's game and stuff like that.
I see. That's the way I look at it. I feel as if it's getting rammed down our throats as well. And I'm like you, as I say, I don't even watch international football. I want to see Scotland win. It's good when I hear them win, the same with the Republic. But Italy were a team when I was younger that I used to want to see doing well, just because I used to love watching that Serie A in the 90s.
I think there's a lot of people like your age like that, mate. You're Jerry.
Used to like watching that and seeing Italy doing well, but see now, like, I don't bother. I don't bother.
I'm old enough to mind the Falklands and stuff like that, so we all liked Argentina back then. Do you know what I mean?
Believe it or not, it was before I was born. But it's irrelevant. See, it's only kind of Celtic I bother about. But the female teams, nah, batter in. It's not for me. And I don't mind. It's women playing football is fine, but I just don't feel they should be piggybacking off anything that we've done and taking any money or that away for what we're doing.
Evening, McMullen. Nice to see you, bud.
And I know there's plenty of my sister said I did have a season ticket for years. I'm not saying women in football don't go. It's just I can't be bothered with women's football in general. No, nothing to do with females in football. It's just watching women's football. It's for me, it's horrendous.
I mean, you look at it over the years, and the England team, the American national team, they've all been beat like under 15s and under 16s, boys teams.
Aye.
And like 6 and 7, nothing.
Years ago, Marco, the team I was with, we played the Australians women's team. I think I've said it on here before, and we all obviously thought it was going to be. It was. We beat them. We played them out at Loch Inch or something inch, White Inch or Loch Inch, something like that. Polish parts were known as. We played them over there, and we beat them, man. But this hanging goals absolutely clattered me. She nearly sent me flying out of the Clyde. This big bruiser. She built like a guy. It still sticks in my memory.
She must have been some size to knock you out the way.
I was just lanky Larry back then, man. The wind would have caught me these big lugs of mine. So she hit us and nearly fired us out of the Clyde. That was my lasting memory. But obviously you're trying not to kid on you're injured because a female's clattered you and done you. But yeah, she went through us like a bad curry. So that was my lasting memory of women's football. But as I say, that was Australian women's team. That was, I don't know how many years ago. That was over 20 years ago.
Just saying that Wizard, what she's saying there, do you think the clubs all get like grants or that for that, maybe? Is it like a political, you get what I mean? Is it like what we actually think it is, like a kind of box ticking exercise? If you've got a women's team, you get money from the government, you'll get this grant, you'll get that grant and stuff like that.
No, at grassroots level, I know I've seen that Milana. He's got a 211, or his son's 211 team. I wonder who it is because I know quite a lot of them. I know at the grassroots level, the clubs can get, it's like you're like a gold, bronze, and membership, silver membership, and you get money off of like courses and different things for the more teams you've got. And it's a box ticking exercise if you get kids teams, females teams, teams with disabled kids or disabled adults who walk in football. So you get more access to funding that way. But the senior game, I don't know, mate. I don't know if there would be funding for it.
See one thing, right, and I'll say this about the women's team in that. Pardon me. See like maybe for like a family day out, if you get like young kids, toddlers, kind of thing, they could maybe that for me. They could maybe market that towards that.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Have stuff in the have stuff outside the stadium that they like stuff for the kids and blah blah blah. So, I mean, like the dad, the wife, and a couple of kids can have a kind of cheap day out at Celtic Park. That's watching the women's team. Even when they done that green wall thing for one of the games.
Aye.
Get things like that, and like just using it to maybe attract like families to take like young kids. You know what I mean? Toddlers, guys. What we're talking about, like maybe 2 to 5 year olds that don't really know much. All they're seeing is a green white top, but it gets them involved in the club and supporting the team and the colours and stuff like that.
Yep.
But for it to be the way it's rammed down my throats and stuff like that, it's no for me.
Aye, definitely no.
I mean, even FIFA, I've not played FIFA this year, and I actually got a free version here because I said I wasn't going to buy it, and somebody messaged us and says, "Here, I've got a code for a free version here if you want it." And I says, "Well, take it." I'm going to hammer it like I usually do. And honestly, I've played FIFA for about 2 or 3 weeks when it came out, and it was just the women in the game just killed it. Some of the women
commentators and on it.
What?
With the women commentating?
No, they're women. But they're women players in the teams. You have to mix your team now with women players, and some of the women players are better than like your Ronaldos and stuff like that. It's just
What?
They've absolutely wasted the game. Honest to God.
Tranny FC. Where did they get? Did they have separate changing rooms and all the rest of it at half time?
We didn't go that far in FIFA. It wasn't even called FIFA. It was FC 24.
It's not like the old champ manager when you're building everything.
But
you need to build unisex toilets, the full shebang in the stadium.
But it's like, man, you're playing it's a football game you're playing. You're trying. It's meant to be like the most lifelike football game you've got. And I mean, the majority of players, you know their names, you know who they are and stuff like that. But then the next thing you're getting these women players and they've got the best stats in the game and stuff like that.
Aye. Oh, no for me, mate. No for me. No. Who was let's get back to talking about the men's football.
Aye, man, that's where a bit. We sound like pure old women hating guy. Do you know what I mean? Misogynists.
Far from it as well. Who was your man of the match of the day?
I'd have probably said Burnaby.
Aye, I've heard a few folks saying Burnaby as well.
Maybe Hart had a good game too.
Aye, I didn't want to get to Hart, considering that we won. It makes it sound as if we were under a caution. I don't think we were, but Hart had some important saves. But I've seen a few folks say Burnaby as well. They would have given it to him. It's probably one of his best performances he's had for us, without a shadow of a doubt. But I thought the whole team done well. I thought Ralston had a good game at right back. I thought both full backs and both wingers done well. So it was for me. I wouldn't disagree. Who did actually get it?
I don't know who actually got it.
No.
Anybody in the chat? No, if Fishing Stevie saying he'd have said Welsh. I thought Welsh played quite well too.
Mm-hmm.
But I seen on Twitter he was getting a bit of pelters. But Welsh is just another one of the players that no matter how well he plays, he's never going to get any credit for it.
Aye, as I said, I don't want to sound nasty, but Welsh and Ralston, for me, that they'll give you their all the time, but they're limited. They'll always give you their all, and they're more than capable of doing a job domestically. But as I say, I try and hold the players to think about how they would do for us in Europe. and I know it's hard with some of the players we've got because we've took some doings when we've even had likes of McGregor playing. We've had some of the worst defeats ever. But Europe, going forward in Europe, you're looking for a better quality than McGregor, than Welshie and Ralston. But as I say, they done fine today. That was today's game over and done with. So I'm glad they got it.
But it's like they're good enough squad players if we're relying on them for domestic games. Into Welsh, Ralstons and stuff like that. But as you said, it's like to take that step up to the Champions League. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, see, even looking at AJ over the last couple of months, you wouldn't be confident. You wouldn't be confident in him or Ralston for next season in the Champions League.
AJ, since he got injured, he's back for that injury, man. It's as if we've got somebody else back for the injury. He's been terrible, and I don't think people are saying, "Oh, do you think it's down to Rodgers?" No, some of the stuff he's doing is nothing to do with tactics. It's just himself. Some of the decision making, some of the passing, some of the positional plays just no been what it was. So I don't think it's down to. I just think it's been him. But no, if he could get back to what he was before his injury, we're fine. He was more than capable of. He was his ideal replacement for Juranovic. We were fine. We never even missed a beat. But the way it's been recently, he's been poor.
He looked even better than Juranovic. See when he first came in, didn't he? AJ came in, he slotted into that team, and it looked as if he'd been playing there for months.
Yep,
just
definitely
seamless. But he's really, and if he doesn't buck up his ideas, we could be looking for a new right back, I reckon.
Aye. Well, I remember when we first signed Juranovic, it was JFP said his laddie had said, "What a player that this Juranovic is going to be for us," and he couldn't believe he got him for what we did. He was going to be a steal, and I thought, wait and see. And true enough, I thought Juranovic was brilliant. And then when we were letting him go, I thought, here we go, back to square one again, and we brought in AJ, and as I said, some of the games he played, I don't know if it was Ibrox or whatever, we thought he's better than Juranovic. Where did we find him? This has been some result. But as I say, since he's come back for injury, he's been poor, as has Vickers. But I've seen somebody had said earlier in the chat about Vickers. I mean, that's him now. Knee operation, calves gone. We're probably better looking for a right good centre half to go and take his position, because we can't rely on him with his current injury trend.
Well, I think if we're looking at it from that kind of point of view, I think we need at least 2 centre backs in the summer.
It's got to be some rebuild. Considering you think this time last year we didn't think we'd need that many, but this year we could be going 2 keepers, 2 centre halves.
A right back, a left back. I know.
Centre mid, centre forward.
We'll maybe need this 70-odd million plus more.
Aye.
Evening, Liam. Thanks very much for coming in, mate. Sorry if you're late. Just don't be late again. We need a note for your mum and your wife.
That's Milana said they thought Kyogo was good in the 10 today and saw a lot more of the ball. We've been saying that since the season started about Kyogo. But the number 10 have been better off playing just behind the striker. I still think that that's his best position, mate. For me, I don't think he's a number 9, an out-and-out striker. I think he's better off playing one back behind the striker and creating the chances to get on the ball.
I've been saying that for the first couple of weeks after I watched him, Jerry.
Yep. It's vocal.
I mean, I've always said he's never, for me, was never an out-and-out striker. And I've always said I would love to see him moving back into that.
Aye. And my pals have said to me, how can you say that when he plays after the last man so well? But he's got a good eye for a pass. He is quite a clever wee player. And I think he's... See, I remember Stratton said it. I remember Edward. He always said that he was better off one back as a number 10 rather than an out-and-out striker. And I think Kyogo falls in the same bracket. Although Edward was brilliant for us and scored some outstanding goals, I can see what Strachan meant with playing one back with some of the balls and some of the runs he makes. And I think Kyogo falls into the same bracket.
I'd like to see Rodgers doing that, going with that kind of formation going forward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if we mess about with it and I tweak about with it and try other players in different positions, because I also think that Palmer could play a good number 10 role.
You've said that since he came. Tell me this, I seen a thing saying that Brøndby did not back, or their manager came out and said they did not back a late kind of bid for the boy, I can't pronounce his name right, Chris Varden or whatever he's called. Their striker said they not back a late bid because A, they couldn't have got MD in such short a notice, and B, it meant more to them than now. Quality-wise, they needed them. I don't know when their league starts, finishes, or whatever. But do you think if they'd got him in, that was Rodgers thinking to go to with the two up front, and that boy's your number one striker?
If it was going to be him, definitely. I mean, I've said it for Rodgers. I've kind of said it for Rodgers came in, but people say, "Oh, why did you not just keep playing like doing what Ange was doing, stuff like that?" And I think, but for me, see this kind of the way the formation is kept up to now, I think that has been like a bit of maybe a hangover, whatever you want to say, for Ange's time. This 4-3-3, but I've always thought that Rodgers would eventually go back to kind of a 4-2-3-1.
Yep, I don't think there's many of us that would have disagreed with you, mate. And I think we said we're just hoping it was a case of just tiding us over that he gets his players in.
But with that, I mean, I'm not a fan of that Kvarskin. I don't. For the money that they're even talking about for him and stuff like that, I would be really, really wary about spending that kind of money on a guy for that league and stuff.
Mm-hmm. His stats one of the greatest.
Looking at his stats.
John Coyle just said the exact same thing. You're right.
I mean, for me, see if you were signing him, for me, he's he's what you kind of quote unquote a project. See if it was a couple, £2-3 million, £3.5, £4 million, you would say, well, fair dues. It's a bit of a gamble.
Yep.
But you can see kind of level. I'm just reading it now. It was meant to be they're meant to be blank. Some people are saying 7.5. Some people are saying 8.5. See the thing about it. See with transfer fees, always kind of look out because UEFA transfer fees are always done in euros.
Aye.
So see when you see things, you look and kind of see if it's in the euros or the pounds kind of signs. Do you know what I mean? But UEFA register transfers are always done in euros. So that's how you kind of work out that. And if you're talking about 7.5, £8 million for that guy, nah, no for me.
Bobby saying Rasmussen number 2.
Aye.
Where did you make of him, Big Rasmussen?
Well, looked the part, didn't he?
Aye.
I mean, he did. He looked like a big hard man, but he really wasn't, you know.
No. I was hoping he was going to come good, but it was pushed. Remember before that Guidetti came, I remember reading the forum. It was there's a couple of them kept harping on about John Guidetti this, John Guidetti that, and then he came, and I remember thinking, oh, this guy's going to be sensational. But it was like Rasmussen. It was hit and a miss.
But Guidetti was a cracking player. In fact, where's he now? He's only 31.
He's still. It's only about 24 when he was at us, 23, 24, was it all?
He's pickled, man. The years just fly by when you get to your 30s, lads, honestly.
Aye.
10 years ago he was in loan at us.
Guidetti?
2014, 2015 season. That'll be 9 years ago.
Mowbray that brought him in?
No then. That'll be Lennon.
Lennon.
No,
it was Hingy. Dyler.
Ronnie.
Aye, it was Dyler. Aye. There's Stevie. Aye, we think that's right. Vickers not be the same player again?
No, I don't think. I think he's going to. I mean, he's really. If you think back, he's always been in and out the team injured.
Aye. Yep. He can't get a run of games going.
And I think that might end up being the kind of way it's going to go going forward.
He's no used to us, mate. No used to us.
I mean, it's even down to like Katati. Players are only as good as they are when they're playing.
Yep. Aye. That's exactly it. See if they're injured, they're not used to you. Absolutely not used to you. They become, might need to be harsh, but they're irrelevant. Mark, you in your 50s, no chance.
I'm just
come up for 40.
No, I've got what, three months to go yet.
What? You've got to be 50?
I am 50 in May.
Jesus Christ. Hey, joy.
You've met me. What do you think you were, wasn't it?
I thought you were just coming up for 40, mate.
Aye.
I thought you were coming up for...
Honestly, it's like I've had plastic surgery.
Same as me, I had a paper in Kabul.
It must run in my family, by the way. You see my mum, right? My mum's 72, and my mum look, honest to God, Jabber, my mum looks maybe early 60s. There's a guy at chapel. There was a boy at chapel used to sit aside us for years at chapel, and then one week my mum wasn't there, and he turned around and done that. Where's your wife tonight?
Oh, brilliant.
So I don't know if that means that she's old or she's young looking or I'm old looking, but aye, boy.
That'll be your old look, mate. I've had it in all. I mean, I've started paying a full bus fare, I think, when I was like 9 or something like that. So
guys.
It's brutal, as I say. My paper round must have been in Kabul.
We used to even sitting in the train going to Celtic games and that. We used to even try and get halves. See a train from Hamilton into Kilmarnock. We're all sitting there with bottles of wine and all sorts in that, and we conductor would come up and go, half to Kilmarnock. Just look at you.
I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling. Right, we're going to, with the sound, I think we're going to need we're going to have a full new team bought in this summer window.
I know. We've got the money for it.
If if we win this league, we have.
We'll get this 70 odd million sitting there, and then you've got all the rest of the money coming in for sponsorships and everything at the end of the season and that. And I know we're just sitting talking a lot of shit about we could dream team sign this and that, stuff like that. But the money is there for Celtic to build a team, and it could be. I mean, see with the right kind of scouting, recruitment, money invested in it and that. We're talking about like teams that, mind like when the Huns were signing your Gazas and all this kind of stuff. Celtic should be out there making they type of statement signings, a couple of them. You know what I mean? Something push the boat out for like a name that's going to lift it, not just lift the team on the park, but lift the full club.
As I said, our policy's been buying young and try and sell on, and no buy them to a resale value. But see if we're to sign somebody, I think we're going to need to sign guys, a couple of them that are, like you say, season pro experience. 28, 29.
Well-experienced centre back. Do you know what I mean? A right quality midfielder. And again, splurge real serious cash. Whether it's breaking a Celtic record, even if we need to, because the money is there. And if we get into this Champions League, the money's going to roll in phenomenally. The amount of money Celtic will get if we get into this Champions League through off Adidas, off all the sponsors and everything. Why not go out and smash the Scottish record transfer fee on a player? A new striker is going to blow everybody away.
As I say, like I've said before, the transfer fee doesn't bother us. We've spent some decent money on shite, and we've spent some relatively low money on fantastic players. So it's where the money gets spent. I think it's where we fall down. As I say, we've spent decent money over the years. It's just been shite we've bought. So it comes down to who's going to be buying these players again, who's going to have a say, who's identifying them, and all the rest of it. But Rodgers must have the final say if they're going to be playing in his team. He's got to. There's no point in giving a manager. For the life of me, I couldn't fire him out. If you're managing a team, you're the manager, and you've got to at least have a say in these players, or at least either seen them videos or highlights or something, or went and watched them and said, I like him, he's going to fit into my system, or I don't like him, he's not going to cut the mustard for me. He's got to have the final say. He can't just keep chopping and changing what he's saying. 1 minute it's him, next minute he's been told, all the rest of it. He's got to have the final say, bottom line, short straw.
Get a director of football in.
We've got to go. We've got to go back to playing for long. Just we can. Brian's
they'll just cut.
Brian's not there.
We'll just cut this off and replay the other night's podcast we were battling on for about 2 hours about a director of football.
Aye. Nah, it's
Henke saying his Boric fit. Mind that signing?
Oft. He was glass ankles.
Oh. You haven't seen the thing about that, I know, but he was a decent enough player.
Oh, we got to be going stats again.
No, even before that, he was a decent enough player, but he had a horrendous injury record before we even signed him, and it just didn't even get any better. But I mean, I'm sure we signed him in serious money too.
3.5 million we paid for him.
Aye, but even wages, I'm sure back at the time he was one of the top paid at the club.
Aye. I mean, his injury record was abysmal and all, was it no?
Aye, that's what I'm saying.
So
when he actually was on the park, he looked all right, but it was actually getting him fit to go in the park.
Aye. He came on, scored a goal, I think, then went back half injured, did he know? Was it no? Maybe it must have been Kilmarnock 11. I remember him getting injured in one of the pitches.
I can't mind.
Aye, he came on, scored, and I think he got injured as well. I can't remember who it was.
Bobby talking about big Raphael shite Brazilian cap. But that was the thing, Bobby. See that the Brazilian manager at the time? Was it that Luxemburgo or something like that? I think it was his name was. He get done because he was like firing off caps to players for backhanders because it helps them get their work permits.
The EU stuff.
Help get them their moves and stuff like that.
Aye, definitely. I seen that. They were getting dished out caps right, left, and centre, weren't they?
Aye,
and
just
helping them for the EU stuff and getting. It was something to do with one of the agents as well. Was giving him money because it was helping his players getting for the EU, getting the transfers. So I noticed he was abysmal, Raphael. You wonder who's seen him. Probably the same folk is still doing the scouting now.
Can't even think who that would be. Who would be?
It was Barnes and Dalglish.
I was going to say, was that no Barnes and Dalglish's time? Aye, so
it was Barnes and Dalglish. So who knows? It was maybe the super scout Dalglish.
It would have been him then.
Aye, I can't stand him. No, he's a phenomenal player. Just can't stand him.
I'm not keen on him either.
No.
I think there's Henke saying it was Mark Will when he was in primary 6. That's a beller, Henke.
Aye. Seen him in Sensible Soccer, a champ manager. Email Shelley.
Dear Dad, can you get Kenny Dalglish to sign this player for us?
Aye.
I've got to say something there. I've got to say something there. No say that.
Top players, but terrible managers. Couldn't agree more. Who's it we've got this weekend?
Kilmarnock.
Aye, Kilmarnock. It's because we're talking about the Huns draw. I went out my head there earlier on. I was looking at the chat. Who's your team for that?
I would keep Bernaby starting.
Yeah.
I know if Taylor's fit, but let's not throw Taylor in at the deep end. I see people in the chat talking about Carter Vickers getting through back into El, even Hattati, Watton, people are, but Bernabei, he's played well for the last couple of games, sir. Just keep him in the team.
Yep.
And maybe even bring Taylor on with 20 minutes to go to get him a wee bit of game time, try and get him up to speed.
Same formation.
Aye.
Yep.
Definitely.
Nah,
but I would maybe even go with Kilmarnock. And this maybe be a bit controversial. I'd maybe drop Matt O'Reilly and go for Bernardo in there with Cal McGregor in the 4-2-3-1.
That is a wee bit.
O'Reilly's he's been a wee bit off the boil the last couple of games. Just for one game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Give Bernardo the chance in beside McGregor, see how he does.
Yep.
With Kyogo, it'll be Palma and Maida again in the wings, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
Kyogo in the 10 and big Rida up front.
Yep.
I don't think he'll change. I don't think he'll change much for the day starting team. I don't see why he should.
No, I was going to say that to you. I think the team that started today will probably be the team that starts next week as well. And as I say, I wouldn't change it. They got the job done on another shitty surface, and they'll be playing another shitty surface this weekend. So they're as well keeping the same team and going for it again.
But John, what you mean, John? You can't go for that. Keeping Bernabei in the team. He's not done anything wrong. He doesn't deserve to be dropped.
Exactly. No, I'm with you. I would
see like that. Right? He's came off. He'll know himself. He's had a good game. He'll see the reports that he's been a good game. Places gave him man of the match and that. So if it comes next week and he's dropped, that's just got to put his seed back down again. Well,
exactly.
The guy's probably having and it is a tiny short spell, but he's probably having the best time he's had as a Celtic player on the park.
No, if he's been man of the match,
rolling with it.
It's got to be. You've got to keep. If you play well, and that you get a chance, you play well, you take it. You've got to keep the jersey. So no, I would keep Bernabei in there now as well, and maybe bring Taylor on once we get a game sewn up after an hour.
Oh, he's talking about O'Reilly and Bernardo in. Just to mix it up a bit. I didn't think O'Reilly looked quite as up to scratch as he used. Do you know what I mean? Up to the kind of level of performances we're used to seeing him. So maybe just even giving him a wee break, and then in actual experimentation, he's seen how many permutations. See the big word spewing at me tonight, Jerry boy. The permutations of playing different players to get together in the kind of two pivot roles to see what's best and to get them used to the system and that.
You must be playing word Scrabble the night, Marco, with these big words. Just get written them down and try to get them in here somewhere. But no, I would go with that one as well. I would keep that team. Keep Bernabei in it. I'm going to volley this Doug man, but then you shut up. I'd keep the same team, keep Bernabei in it as well, and then change it. I say Yang came on, was positive. Hi. He had that chance to Bawz still travelling.
But see, that's the thing I've said, I know, Jerry, and I've been saying this for months as well. See, without the injuries and stuff like that, we wouldn't have been relying on Yang. And like guys like Mikey Johnson and stuff like that. See, the day Yang came on and done a decent shift, he put in a decent shift and he showed wee sparks. He can be decent. He's got it in his locker. And that's what it should have been, just bringing them on when we're winning and letting them go out and try and do stuff.
Aye, that's how you would manage a project player.
Aye, rather than because of the injury we had and stuff like that, these players that probably weren't meant to be getting flung in at the deep end, were thrown in at the deep end and showed that they weren't capable of doing that. But give them these wee kind of 20 minutes, quarter an hour spells to get themselves up to speed and learn how to play the way Celtic play and what it means to play for Celtic. And a lot of these players that we've probably wrote off will have a bit of future under Rodgers going forward. Because
if you've got Bernardo on the bench, then you've got Home and Awata as well. Can you see a future for the three of them?
Well, again, that goes down to kind of what formation Rodgers is going to play going forward.
Mm-hmm. Do
you know what I mean? If he's going to go 4-2-3-1, well, that's there's a lot of people to fit into these two roles. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. That's what I was meaning. I really was looking forward to seeing Home every day at the start of this season. I thought he was going to be, after seeing bits of him, and then some of the games, I thought he was going to be a really good player. I say he's got that kind of nasty streak in him that you like. He's got a bit of dig, a bit of determination, but I just don't think he's that run of consistent games, and I would like to see him get that. But as I say, Rodgers has got a better eye for a player than I do, so he'll be seeing him in training and all the rest of it. But as I say, it's hard. It's going to be hard to fit the three of them into the two roles when you've got Hatate to come back. Well, you'll probably write him after the rest of the season the way things are going. But you've got McGregor, O'Reilly, Bernardo, and you've got Home and Iwata. It's going to be hard getting them all in there.
But who's going to be there next season? A couple of months ago, everybody, Matt O'Reilly and Hatate away.
Nobody wanted to sign Bernardo either for the $6 million.
Aye.
We were one. I didn't think it was worth it. A couple of weeks before Christmas, you said to me, I wouldn't have thought it. I mean, I thought it was Flashy's a decent player, but I would think now we'd maybe be better spending this $6 elsewhere. But I think it would work out well for $6 million.
Because we hadn't seen that much of him. I mean, it was really. I mean, he couldn't get in a team for a league game, but he would played every Champions League game. But it shows you that Rodgers obviously seen that he's got the kind of technical ability to play at that Champions League level.
Uh-huh.
But it was just that maybe, I don't know, getting him up to fitness levels or whatever. But when Rodgers was picking him in the Champions League, you knew that
Yep.
Rodgers knew he had something to offer.
Yep.
And if he got into he showed what he had to offer. He's a couple of quiet games and stuff like that, but that's always going to happen. But with what I've seen he had for Bernardo, I would definitely sign him for £6 million or euros, whatever it is.
Yep, me too. There, John O'Reilly and Hatate will be going. John, I would say this, mate, but see Hatate, if he's with that injury, I would hunt him. I would take the money for him. And I've always said no, but see now with injuries, and he's keep too many repetitive injuries. So I would maybe take the money and run for him and reinvest it in players you can rely on, because as much as he's a fantastic player, sitting on the bench, he's no used to us. Sitting on the bench, sitting in the stands, he's no used to us or the treatment table. You'd as well get money for him.
But it doesn't matter how good a player you are, if you're not on that park.
Aye, you're worthless.
Aye. I mean, what do you think?
Exactly.
I mean, realistically, what kind of money do you think we would get for Hatate in the summer?
Fit playing every week, or the
just to know. For what we've seen from this season, what are we even going to see him again this season? Do you know what I mean? What do you think we would get?
You've been with us, February? He's out for another couple of months. March, April, time he's back fit. I don't know. This season alone, I just have got to put a valuation on him. Going with last season and all the rest of it, I'd have thought he's going to go for. I thought he'd be like big bucks. I thought he'd be like top end money. I think
a lot of the Celtic support thought it could actually be like up there with the 20-25 million bracket. But
that's what I was thinking.
I mean, there's Bobby saying 15 million tops. I think that would be a bit of a push.
Aye. It's just it's
injury and double that. I agree with that, Bobby. If he was lying, the player we thought he was going to be, it would be up there with kind of 20 odd million. No bother.
I'd like to know what he's. I know that we keep saying that he's not played massive amounts of football, but I don't know what was his injury record like before. Was he prone to injury, and that's when the other teams took the punt on him, or what?
It's hard to find out about that because of the way they get through that, like the Japanese college system and all this kind of part. I mean, the guys, what age is Hatate now?
25, 26.
26 or something like that. I mean, again, he's not a young player.
Aye. I know he's young footballing wise. He's not played a lot. And that's what we'd said that before, was it his body trying to adjust, but
154 games he's played,
which is nothing.
It's
nothing.
No,
it's not a lot at all. So you think it's no massive amounts. Less games than Flippin' Ralston.
I think that's a problem. Like, because he's got, I mean, I've signed a hell of a lot of players for that neck of the woods. But do you think that's maybe a problem because there are no like full-time players for an early age that he's struggling for fitness, and that's how he's been so injury prone because he's not been playing at a kind of any decent level until he basically came here.
Aye, I don't know. I've said this before, mate. You don't know if it's his body struggling to adjust to now because he's not went through the same kind of rigours. But on the flip side of that, you always just say you've seen these players. Look at KT and other ones that have been burnt out because they've played too many games too young. So I don't know. It's getting a happy medium. It would be interesting to find out to see. I wouldn't really know, but as I say, with his injury record, I'd be hunting him so far.
I think if you could get a decent offer for him.
That Yankee saying he played 45 games last season. There's no chance he played. Well, maybe with Japan as well.
I'm just trying to have a wee gander at this and see. 45 games he played last season.
In total? Aye.
No, just for Celtic.
Just for Celtic?
Aye.
Oof. I didn't think I wouldn't have credited that. Played 45 games last season.
21 when he came in. He played 11 this season. I mean, we're in February and he's played 11 games.
Aye.
And it's like anything else. I mean, it's a bit hard-hearted when you're talking about like actual people, whatever. But so you've got to remember these guys are kind of commodities to the clubs.
Of course, the clubs know you're just like a tin of beans.
Aye,
You can try to tell that to kids going to senior team. You're just like a tin of beans. They'll drop you as quick as they'll pick you up if the next best thing comes along. You're only as much used to the club when you're not injured and you're playing. When you're injured and you're not playing, they're not interested in you. So it's if they can get money in from, I would take it. I think it would be long run. I think if he's going to continue, same as Vickers, they can be the best players in the world, but see if they're sitting in the stands injured, they're no use to us. You need players that are going to be consistent, or you're going to be able to rely on. Play 45 games in a season, you can get that out of a player. Aye, but this season, you think how many games? You said 11. But then the flip side, if he's played 45 games for us, he came in after playing a full season in Japan. Maybe it's a culmination too many games too soon.
Aye, that's what I'm saying. Maybe a shock to his system.
Yep.
Taking that, I know he's played played a lot of games.
Aye.
Like the season for Japan, then he came into us in the January. He's played 21 games then straight into a 45 game season. Maybe it's just because he's took that step up. It's his body's maybe having a wee bit kind of some reactions. He's a wee bit injury prone and stuff.
Yep. So we'll wait and see. But Rodgers and the medical staff should have a better idea than us long term if it's going to be a stuff he's going to be able to recover for, if it's going to be a recurring thing.
I mean, well, here's one. Put your live chat. Think about this. Would you take what we're talking for Bernardo, 6 million? Would you take £12 million for Hatate and sign Bernardo?
Oof. Basically, you're getting Bernardo for nothing plus 6 million. I don't know. I think you'd actually the figure you'd be looking at for Hatate then now.
What, 12 million?
Right, but that injury, I mean, who realistically, he's going to say play at the most 20 games this season for us. If you're going to get a player playing 20 games this season for you, it's no. As much a wonderful player he is, he's not used to his injured, and I'm hoping that it's just because he's played so many games and the work rate that they put in since he's came in, that maybe it's just taking his body a wee bit of time to adjust. But if it's a case that he's going to be on that treatment table every season, then ta-ta.
They're the Wizard of Wishes saying, no, we're going to lose Matt O'Reilly. You can't replace him for $6 million. I'm not, but that's not what I'm saying. Because I'm talking about losing Hattati.
Aye, you get 20 odd easy for O'Reilly.
Oh, Matt O'Reilly should break the Scottish transfer fee, the transfer record. I will be gutted if he doesn't.
Aye,
honestly, he's a pure Rolls Royce player. Honestly,
yep.
I mean, I'm a bit of a fanboy when it comes to Matt O'Reilly, but I honestly, he's going to. I keep saying it because people go to this team in England, go to there. I will not be surprised if he ends up in Germany because he plays with the Danish national team, because they're Germans, they're all aware of that. And as well, see the amount of bargains that the Italian teams have got for the Scottish League. The Italians will be our Matt O'Reilly because he ticks all the boxes. I seen Lewis Ferguson captain Bologna the other day.
I mean, Juventus were meant to be looking at him. Juventus and Roma were meant to be looking at him. So not too shabby for them.
Big teams down in England, never sniffing about him.
So you look how well Hickey done. He went out to Bologna and he moved down to England to Brentford, didn't it? And he's done well.
Henke's saying he's been captain for a while. I didn't know that, Henke. I thought it was only the day he'd been named captain, bud. Sorry.
Fuck shit. How can you not know what Lewis Ferguson's doing? But no, I think he'll go for big bucks as well. It's just you're liable to get more money if he goes down south than you would anywhere else, I think. Because they throw money at shite. So O'Reilly's got the potential to be. He's excellent. What a player he could be if he keep progressing.
But again, that was that kind of data-driven, stat-driven stuff. Everybody knew that. Do you know what I mean? Matt O'Reilly was going to be a cracking player.
See when we signed Dembele for Fulham, wasn't it?
Aye.
Was that stats related and all, or what was the setup with him? How did we manage to get him for peanuts and O'Reilly for next to nothing?
Well,
obviously O'Reilly was the stats. Was Dembele the same?
No, Dembele. Honestly, I'm trying to think. I'm sure somebody tipped us off about Dembele.
Aye. It wouldn't be a law. Definitely was no.
No, he'll not get the credit for that.
No.
Sure, there's somebody saying Brendan knew about Dembele. But the deal for Dembele was already done, or getting done before Rodgers was announced as manager. I'm sure.
Aye, he was. I think he rubber stamped it. But
Dembele was out of contract. That's how he only cost us 500,000. That's that kind of cross-border Bosman stuff because he was under 21 and stuff like that.
Aye, but he wanted to go and get more first-team games, didn't he?
Aye. But but that's the thing about it. That's why I keep bamming it up that it's not the money. It's not the money we spend. It's how we spend it. I mean, they're £2 million spent. We get Dembele and Matt O'Reilly for £2 million combined. I know it's a few years back with Dembele, but just in general, do you know what I mean? These players are out there.
Yep.
Coming to the end of their contracts and stuff like that. And for me, that's where the Celtic kind of
let themselves down.
Aye. Did they let themselves down on that? I wouldn't care if Celtic signed a player for nothing. Like, as long as
you're signing for nothing, you can pay bigger wages.
Aye, but as long as they're a cracking player, like, I mean, Dembele 500,000. Do you know what I mean? Matt O'Reilly 1.5 million, stuff like that. You don't mind paying snooping about that market if you're getting the quality in, offer them a wee bit more money, come up to Scotland, play with Celtic, play in the Champions League, win trophies. You know what I mean? You don't need to go there and spend crazy money. It's good to do it with certain positions, certain times. But Celtic as a club should always be looking to maximise value for money.
Aye.
You know, they should always be doing that. And for me, they don't. They really don't. They do it now and again, but they don't do it often enough. I mean, it's like, they were talking about that. I know it's a bit political again, but that El Ghazi guy, but he's bouncing about there in a free transfer. Put the politics to the side. If he could do a job for us, why are Celtic not looking at him?
Aye. Yep. I definitely agree. They're the boys going on about Dyler again. He found him. What an eye for a player he has, or had. McGregor, Tierney, Haaland, Odegaard. Well, Haaland and Odegaard. I think everybody knew they were going to be stars.
Aye.
And then they're saying Dembele as well. So, he's some man. El Ghazi is good. Bobby's saying.
Bobby doesn't know what he's talking about.
Aye. He's up his arse, innit?
Aye.
What would Bobby know? Mind it hit the like button though.
Aye. Come on, Bobby, get the like button, shout out.
Aye.
John McGinn's a Celtic season ticket holder. He chose to go to Villa.
He's not a Celtic fan then, is he? Not a Celtic fan if you choose them or us.
Oh, but good to think about it. If John McGinn had come in, think of things that went wrong. You'd have blamed him. I meant your grandfather and McGinn. They'd get back to that, wouldn't it?
Just think, somebody said to me that it wasn't actually law. It was mere Rodgers that screwed that deal up because Rodgers had told him that he couldn't guarantee him X amount of games. He wanted to know how many games.
About it.
Aye, so it's that. You're fucking Brian. We need to record this for Brian and send it to him. He's sticking up for the law, but it was an actual law that screwed it up. It was mere the fact that Rodgers couldn't guarantee that he would get in ahead of McGregor and Brown, and he couldn't guarantee him in cup games or whatever. He said he wouldn't give him any guarantees about playing time, and that's the thing. It said, no, well, if I'm not getting playing time, I'm not moving. But for me, if you're a Celtic fan, I'd be going definitely and forcing my way in.
Aye, well, that's a gamble, isn't it? You've got to have that kind of confidence in yourself.
Yep, that's exactly it. That's what I keep saying when people are saying about a striker coming in to replace Kyogo. As I saying, you've got to have a bit of confidence in yourself to say, right, if once I get my chance, that's it. I'm not letting it go. I'm going to take it.
And the thing about it is, if that position's open for me.
What, striker?
Aye.
Do
you know what I mean? If what you're saying there, it's like, I mean, this like big guy just came in. He scored a couple of goals already. He'll score. I think that big guy will score at least 10 goals for us this season.
Oft. How many penalties?
No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's penalties or no, but I think he'll score 10 goals. What is it already? 2? 2. We're only into, do you know what I mean?
At least 14 games to go. At least, is it no? Well, 14 in the league in the cup. So, but he's in here, right? We've no option to buy or nothing. But he's probably in here trying to work his arse off to put himself in the shop window as well. So you're basically saying a goal every 2 games to go before the end of the season?
Aye, fuck it. How no? I'll say that.
I like your confidence. I hope you're right, Marco. I just don't think so.
We couldn't the cup in that.
I don't think so.
The winner in the Scottish Cup final
against the Monkeys.
Aye.
I'll get the same tattoos as him then if he does that. And get my picture taken pointing to that badge, that cringy picture they got to him.
Somebody check that out in the bookies. What the odds in that is? Big Eye that scored the winning goal in the Scottish Cup final.
Oh.
We'll put £1 on it as a charity bet.
Aye. See this dog, I'm going to end up rattling at shop. Do you hear him, man? It's 8:30.
Is that his dog walking time? We'll wind that up then, bud. That's actually known for 2 years anyway.
Time it is, man. It's like radar.
Yoda does it. See Yoda, right? See when Jack's working. Obviously, she's kind of an early shift, so she goes to bed in the afternoon. And Yoda's up to bed with her, and he lies up there to, like it's our dinner time, which is like back at 5 or whatever. See, the days that she's off work, when the clock hits 4 o'clock, you can set your watch with it. That's him. Yoda's looking for his dinner.
Aye, he does. This stupid dog doesn't realise you get Saturday, Sundays off, and he's still chomping at the bit, man. At back at 5 in the morning, man. You can hear him start whining. You think, hold on, it's a Saturday or Sunday. You don't need to go up this early.
I heard that one. Big white. I heard that big white. 8,000 to 1. Is that what the odds in that is, Henky?
Everyone's slated. I don't know. He's getting bigged up. Unbelievable. Need to give everybody a chance, but we need to back them now. I wouldn't have wanted him before he came, but I'm going to back him.
and he can hit a penalty.
Aye, which is
Do you know what we should have been missing? We've
Aye.
been missing a player that confidently got him hit a penalty.
it's
I mean,
not a
fair
stupid stop-start run.
Fair do for a young guy to come in here and pop 2 penalties away.
Aye.
Boomf.
Hopefully Henke's right. Hibs in the final. That'd be ideal for me.
See the Saturday he missed the day fishing, Stevie. He was stretching for it, and it could have went. It could have
He'd
went
scored his
either
arse.
way. But it should have got it on target at least. I'd
Aye.
wanted him the Saturday, but he was stretching for it. But he should have at least got it on target, I think.
Yep. Aye.
And
There's Aidan just chipped in. He's obviously been out. He's obviously come in at the start and come in at the end, man, and missed out the middle.
Aye, wee man's probably just been sitting chilling, listening to us talking absolute nonsense.
He normally chips in now and then. Right, okay, I'm going to go and walk this muck, man, and try and get in my steps. See what I'm at. I'm just going to get into the watch, you know. I'll come at 11,000. I've only got a couple more to go, so I'll me go to the shop for something to eat and back. Should kill that. Right, guys, it's been emotional. All the best. And when are we next back on, Marco?
We'll get one going for middle of the week, Wednesday or Thursday, just to pass the time, even if it's only for an hour or that, if that's all right with you.
Aye, be Thursday, Wednesday night, Sam at uni.
Oh, aye, that's
Thursday.
right. For a student, the
Aye,
young ones.
should
The young ones,
be
if anybody's seen the young ones, just imagine Big Jerry like Rick.
Aye. Aye.
Or Neil, or even Neil.
That's it. Waddling about, kidding, I know what I'm doing, not got a clue how to turn on a laptop yet.
Sitting there with the long hair, mate, soap and lentils, no wondering what's happening in the world.
That's it, aye. Freaking student kid. Right.
Thanks very much for coming on, Jerry, buddy.
No bother, anytime. Hail. All the best, everyone. Take care. God bless. Bye.
Right. Cheers, Jerry. Right. Thanks again, lads, all the troops in the live chat. Thanks very much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. Everybody that listens back, whether it's on YouTube, whatever, we really appreciate it. Everybody just batting in, just come on, get a laugh and a joke. Do you know what I mean? That's what it really is for us. Remember and hit the like button too. And if you know how, please leave a comment on it. Hail, lads. Good night and God bless.